Hi, Sean here, Cinetalk. I just want to do a quick sort of like review of the Iron Man 2 soundtrack. The one that I'm going to be talking about is the ACDC one, not the score done by John Debney and Tom Morello. So I first heard that the Iron Man 2 soundtrack was going to be completely ACDC, other than obviously the score, like all the music and that would be ACDC. So I didn't know if it was, at first I didn't know if it was going to be like a greatest hits album, if it was going to be all new stuff, if it was going to be sort of mishmash of, Back in Black and Shoot to Thrill and stuff mixed with maybe a couple of new tracks. But this does play more like a greatest hits of ACDC, and it suits the film sort of tone down to a T. I think generation of Iron Man cinema goers, teenagers will now, start listening to ACDC because of this film. The track listing for the soundtrack is amazing. It's not a greatest hits because it's not all their most well-known hits. Sure, it has got tracks like Shoot to Thrill and Back in Black and War Machine and Highway to Hell, but it's also got other tracks that you wouldn't expect to be on an ACDC's greatest hits. If you're not the world's biggest ACDC fan, or you've never listened to ACDC, try and pick this soundtrack up. It's a really good easing in to the Australian rockers and what they're all about and things like that. And I couldn't have enjoyed this soundtrack anymore. Now, John Debney and Tom Morello did the score for the film, and that's also available out to buy. Like the film before it, this is a really, really solid score, and John Debney didn't do the first Iron Man score, although Tom Morello was involved in the first Iron Man score, and it's sort of got this whole, it's quite moody. It doesn't really, it's really hard to get a feel for the whole score, even though it's very, very good, because it does change between sort of industrial, not electronica rock, but if you listen to it, you know what I mean. There's like all the rock sounds and the feeling and stuff like that comes from this score. There are a couple of tracks to me that stand out on this that, they are amazing. The I Am Iron Man track is brilliant. The opening track to the soundtrack, which is Ivan's Metamorphosis, is really moody. It's a really, really cool piece. A lot of the tracks are very short though as well, about a minute long, which was a bit annoying because they do chop and change so much through the score. I think the track is called Dying Hero or The Dying Hero, which in the film is the part where he's trying to it's before he goes to Monaco, when he sort of reveals, I think he reveals to Rhodey after the whole War Machine and Iron Man fight, when Rhodey first gets into the suit. It's after that bit. That's the part of the film that this part of the score comes from. Excellent. So yeah, if you get a chance to check out the score or the soundtrack, the ACDC one, check them out. They're both really good listens.